Hi everybody, welcome back to the farm. This is a super exciting day for us because one of our big dreams is going to be realized over the next few days, which is planting our orchard. You saw that our fruit trees have come in. If you've been following along on our Instagram page, those came in just the other day. We got them from an orchard down in Georgia, and we have 9 varieties of different types of fruit. Dragon will go over all of that with you later on, but we wanted to first show you where the trees are going to be planted. Right here in our lower pasture, this is where our chickens, our ducks, and our geese have been free ranging over pretty much since the time we've been here on the farm. And so this ground is ready and prepped for fruit trees. The great part about having our fowl down here and also our meat chickens is we have been able to really get some great fertilization into this land and really help to increase the nutrients that are there that will help to prepare the fruit trees from getting established here. What we've already done is gone along and put out stakes where the beginning of each row will be all the way down. How far in between, Dragon? 20 feet?
20 feet in between, yes.
20 feet between each of those stakes, and then the trees will kind of just start to run down. So today's goal is to do the prep work for all the planting that's going to take place tomorrow morning. Dragon and I are going to be going through, doing some of the measuring so that we know exactly where the holes are going to be dug for each tree to be placed. So you're bringing you along for all of this. Again, this is the biggest and also the costliest project that we've done here on the farm. But getting our orchard in and ready, it's going to take 3 to 5 years before we start reaping the benefits and seeing fruit from all of this stuff. So it was really important to us to be able to find a way to get this in as early as possible here on the farm. And that day has finally come, and we couldn't be more excited.
So here we are in our small barn. This is going to be our future farm shop, farm store. It's kind of a long way from there, but here we are. So these are the fruit trees. Just leaning a little bit. As Kevin just mentioned, we have 9 different fruit varieties. So we have peaches, nectarines, apricots, plums, pears, quince, cherries, apples, and even some hardy pomegranate. Each fruit variety has an early season, mid-season, and late season fruit. So when it comes to peaches, we're looking to have peaches from early July to late August. With nectarines, pretty much same thing. Apricots, pretty much same thing. With pears, we're gonna have pears from early August to late October. Same with apples. Our plums we're gonna have from June through September. Quince is a late season crop. They usually ripen late October to early November. And then with apples we're looking to have early August to late October and November. So our goal with this orchard is to be able to offer different fruit varieties throughout the season for long periods of time. Instead of having a large crop of peaches in July, we have smaller crop from July through almost September. So that's the goal. But as you can see, I'm 6'3", and these, timber. I'm 6'3". Some of these trees are taller than me, which is great. We ordered them. These are the shortest ones, and they're still good, 3.5, 4 feet tall. I'm quite impressed with size of the trees that we ordered. Did you mention the
I didn't
orchard?
mention the name of the orchard.
Willis Orchard is the nursery that we got these trees from. They're down in Georgia. They're zone 7B. That's another reason why I like this company, because they're only one zone up from us where they grow their trees. So it will not be a major shock to these trees by moving them over to our zone. So everything is kind of wrapped up and bundled up. So they're bare root trees, as if you haven't noticed so far. It's easier to transport, it's cheaper to transport that way instead of transporting big bulb with trees. These trees are dormant now. We're in the middle of winter. This is, what is this, mid-February now. These trees have another good 2 months to break dormancy and start growing. So these roots are protected now with this plastic and they stay moist. And they're gonna go in the ground tomorrow and off to their better life. So let's get the holes marked and get this thing going. Row 1, tree 1. This is where the corner of our orchard is going to be. So we have 11 rows of trees this way. They're 20 feet apart. Reason why we have 20 feet, with orchard, this type of orchards, you can control how big your canopy is going to be because you're going to be pruning your fruit every year. The reason why we did 20 feet apart, our chicken tractors, meat chicken tractors, are 8 feet wide. So this is going to give us a chance to have 2 tractors spontaneously dragged here in between the rows of fruit, fertilizing the ground and raising the chickens in a nice shaded area so they're not stressed with the summer heat as they are on open pasture. So now, trees this way. So some trees are going to be 15 feet apart. Some trees are going to be 20 feet apart. So what we did, just to speed up this process, we made a rod that is 15 feet long. Mark the spot, and you drag your rod down. Oh, I forgot to mention, we have a string that kind of marks, I don't know, is it visible on the camera?
Here up close, yep. Runs all the way down.
All the way down to the end. And then we mark for each hole, and tomorrow we're gonna use post hole digger to dig this hole for these trees. Now we have to do this only 220 times and we are done. Should be fairly quick. So today's project, we have completed marking all the holes, all the spots where the trees are gonna go. 220 of them, everything measured out and marked. It's kind of hard to see. You have to come up closer to each hole, but everything is marked off. Big day tomorrow is just digging the holes and planting every tree. So that's all that is left to do. So really exciting. It's still kind of surreal to me that we're able to get this done, get this project going, and we're about a day, 24 hours away from completing the entire thing. So it's really exciting. But see you guys tomorrow for the planting session.
Before we turn in for the evening, we had one more major task at hand, which was organizing the bundles for how everything would be planted in those rows. From row 1 all the way down through to row 15. We have everything in stacks, and our trees will be organized by how they ripen during the season. So the types of fruit that ripen and are ready to be harvested earlier in the season will be planted from the first side of the rows, row 1 on, and then those later rows up to row 15. When we hit that, those will be the later harvested fruits. So up close, up top on the front end, we have peaches, we have nectarines, we have plums and apricots, and then as we work our way along the backside, we end up with our apples. Now that this is all taken care of, hopefully when all of our volunteers, friends, and wonderful customers from the community show up tomorrow, we'll be ready to rock and roll. but making sure that we have this plan in place will hopefully save us a lot of time and make the process go a lot smoother.
It means to people, honestly, coming out here, we didn't know what to expect coming to Kick George. We completely knew, and this community has been just amazing to us, just welcomed us with open hearts. Everything that we produce from our land, it sells out just like that. Like people are here to whatever, and with eggs, with everything, we have a wait list of stuff, just people waiting on to get stuff, and it's just amazing to have that. Don't be afraid to start your dreams. I was just talking to Kate, more you doubt yourself, you're just gonna find more excuses why not to do something. Just go and grab it.
Just order the chicken.
Just order, exactly. That's exactly what it is. Just order the meat chickens and again go out.
Deal with it when it comes.
When it comes, you have no other choice but to deal with it. So, around business, I gotten away from it to do this.
I still have hair.
And I've been lucky enough to call Cheryl my friend, and she's been a huge help to this. And she's been, I met her mom. Her mom, Martha, passed last August. And she worked in a nursery. Her mom loved plants, trees, anything green. She really loved that. And Cheryl was generous enough to sponsor this orchard in the name of her mom. So we definitely could have not done this without Cheryl this fast. This orchard was definitely in plans, but we never seen it coming anytime soon. Just in everything with the farm, how it, just financially to do it. It was just, and Cheryl insisted many times, and I refused, and I refused, and refused.
Got a little heated there. Lots and lots of threats.
So This is gonna be named the Champions Orchards. Cheryl's last name is Champion, so I think that name is gonna suit the orchard very well. So.
Nice.
There.
Whenever we do stuff, we have stuff that we have planned, but when the universe brings you something, you can't say no. You can't say, oh, well, that's not supposed to happen until year 4, year 5. Like, you take it. And there's something about this property that things just keep happening. I always say it's like a beacon. I mean, people break down like right here all the time. And like, we go out and I give them bottled water, ask them, do you need me to recommend a towing company? Like, all these little things. I feel like there's just something on this property that says, come here, there's solace here, there's a home here, there's, growth here. And so we're just happy to be part of it and to be stewards for this piece of earth for as long as we have it. And we thank all of you for being a part of that journey and helping us to sow into it so early on this path for us. So thank you guys.
All right. If you build it, they will come.
What an amazing and exciting week here at the Gardening Gays farm. As you can see, our dream orchard is completely done. Well, almost completely done, 90%. We just need to do irrigation. So last 10 days, it's been super exciting. Trees arrived, we planted them 3 days later, and last 7 days, Kevin and I spent doing these staking and tree protectors. We had such an amazing help from community, from our loyal customers, and from some amazing friends who helped us just to get everything done in a really, really timely manner. I cannot thank enough everybody for such a amazing help. So we ended up with a total of 15 rows of trees. First 3 rows up here, those are our peaches. The next row we have nectarines. We have a whole row of apricots. On this side right here, we have a row of plums. Next 2 rows, pears, one of my favorite fruits as well. Then cherries. In the last 7 rows are our apples. I mentioned this before. All of our fruits have early season, mid-season, and a late season harvest. So we should have, hopefully, if everything turns out well, we should have plenty of fruits from May through November and a nice variety to offer to our friends as well as our customers in our future farm store.
We're really pleased with how everything turned out, and again, the outpouring of support and love and helping to plant from the community is just beyond compare around here. We always say how truly blessed we are to be living here in King George with all the amazing people that we've met. And we can't let this video end without giving a shout out to Brent, the river steward with the Friends of the Rappahannock, who was generous enough to help us get these tree protectors that you saw us putting in. So Brent, thank you so much. This is really going to help these trees get the nice, healthy start and protection that they deserve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
We also want to say a huge thank you to the Champion family. Because of them and because of their generous donation, we were able to visualize and to get this orchard in a lot sooner than we anticipated. So this orchard is going to be in memory of a dear family friend of ours, Martha Ann Champion. And because of her daughter, Cheryl, who is like a sister to us, we were able to have these trees put in a lot sooner. And because of that, we would like to officially introduce you guys to Champion's Orchard.